On to Sunday, 1 o'clock. No morning game. What am I supposed to do during church? Pay attention? What's going on? This is sickening. You know what else is sickening? Are those dolphins. Not the ones getting canned up as tuna in the South Sea, but the ones visiting the Mercedes-Benz will host the Fish. I mean, Miami got beat again last week. What is going on? You picked them last week, Griff. What were you thinking?
I don't know. I think I was hoping for the best there. You got to think the Falcons are going to bounce back in this game, right? I mean, you never know what to expect from the Falcons. They look amazing on primetime Monday Night Football, taking care of the Bills. And then they can't get anything going against my Niners last week, right? I mean, the offense just stalled out. I mean, defense playing decently to hold the Niners to under 30 points. I mean, that's okay, right? It's an offense issue. It might be a quarterback issue there for the Falcons. Everything in me wants to pick the Dolphins this week because the content that would create here in Atlanta. Can you imagine? Like, would he survive that? I don't know if he will. Would if they lost. I mean, obviously Mike McDaniel, his days are numbered in Miami. Maybe he ends up in Atlanta as their offensive coordinator next year. Possibly, he's got a history here. He's worked here before. I'll go with my head. I'll pick the Falcons in this game. My heart, my gut, I want to pick the Dolphins because I want chaos. But I'll pick the Falcons. The Falcons should win this game. Let's be real.
I mean, they should, right? A lot of things have happened this year that should have happened. A lot of things that happened that shouldn't have happened. And this is a game, Griff.
Yeah.
For me.
I mean, is it in Atlanta?
It's in the A, yep.
Oh, I mean, Tua. I mean, there's no conditions to deal with.
Nope.
Inside. I mean, if he was ever going to have a good game, back against the wall.
This is it. Upset special of the week. 1-6. This is it. This goes back to it. Nobody puts a dolphin in a corner unless it has water with salt because it'll die. And I feel like they're up against it. And much like the Jets, who we'll talk about later on at 0-7, this is the time. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think both defenses are sus. I'm going to take the Dolphins in a shootout with maybe a last-second field goal or some nonsense that happened. I'm taking the Dolphins on the road. Let's do it. The 4-2 Bears. Boy, oh boy, getting the win last week against those hapless Saints, those poor Saints. They ain't marching nowhere. But the Bears are on the road, and they're taking on the Ravens. When is Lamar coming back? Is he coming back? Has he just decided to take the money and run? I mean, the Bears look good. They do look good.
They look decent. Yeah, Swift looks really good running the ball. I mean, I'm picking the Bears in this game. I think the Ravens have a lot of injuries. I think they're kind of a mess. They're punting this season, it seems. And this is a big game for the Bears. Even with the Ravens being as depleted as they are, I think for their psyche, if they win this game, it'll be very good for them, and it'll keep them rolling along. So, yeah, I'm picking the Bears.
This is a tough one. Producer in my ear saying Lamar is scheduled to play. I don't know if that's confirmed or not. He's an unpaid intern, so he could just be throwing me off the scent. You know how those interns go, Griff. I'm gonna take the Ravens at home.
Wow.
This game gave me nightmares. This game's it's one of those that, of course, you would pick the Bills. Why wouldn't you pick the Bills? The Bills are clearly better than the Panthers, but the Panthers are undefeated at home this year.
Okay, let's stop this.
I'm just getting started, baby. I'm just getting started. Well, you continue to roll. Go ahead.
No, I mean, this is an easy game. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. The Bills coming off a bye. I don't care where the game's at. They're going to win this game. They're not losing to the Panthers. It's not happening. I mean, I would put... What do you want to put on it? I would put it on it.
Every time we bet, you never pay up. So why would I make another bet with you?
Sure.
I think this is the problem. This is one of those games where it's impossible. And for that reason, Radio Griff, I am going to say that Carolina ekes a win out and stays undefeated at home.
Wow.
And I'm not saying that for shock value. I watched this team, and they are good when they play well. And again, off a bye, who knows?
Can they stop Josh Allen? No way.
He could listen. He could be.
This isn't Michael Penix. This isn't Mike like this. Come on, this is a real quarterback. This isn't Jalen Hurts.
Bryce Young. He's a real quarterback too.
Okay.
He's an NFL quarterback. Look, people don't want to talk about it, but he's on the come up. He's on ascending. He's ascending, and so is Josh Allen. I'm not saying he isn't, but I'm just gonna say it. Carolina at home to beat Buffalo on Sunday afternoon. Woo! And now those Jets, the 0-7. By the way, when you got the owner chirping, saying it would help if we could complete a pass. I mean, this team's in shambles. But what I do love about Woody Johnson is he's not gonna fire Aaron Glenn. He's not just saying, it's his fault. New coach, Coach Carousel. Nobody wanted that job. Like, nobody wants to coach there. You got to keep a guy who is an old player, play defense. I trust defensive coaches. I trust him.
I guarantee you he's fired after this year. I guarantee it. Guaranteed.
Who's going to take the job? Who wants that job?
They'll find somebody. It's not working out. It's a mess. Blow it up.
Well, anyway, they're playing the Bengals, who resurging. Joe Flacco last week getting the victory, much to my chagrin, over the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers, and it was a shootout. I loved it. It was to the last second, man. Last second freaking field goal was the difference. Is there any hope for, after all this controversy, you start Tyrod Taylor instead? Maybe you get some fresh energy there with Tyrod?
No, the Bengals are going to win. The Bengals, I mean, some people were talking about it on social media over the weekend. I think their schedule favors them. It's a favorable schedule. And if they can eke out a few wins here with Burrow, there's a chance that just in time for the playoffs.
Oh, boy.
If they could eke out some wins with Flacco, there's a chance Burrow could come back just in time for the playoffs. And there the Bengals are again, right in the mix.
Oh, can I just raise a controversy right now? Ooh, front row. Professor Atkins, what happens in the instance that Mr. Flacco is playing sensationally, and it just so happens at the same time Joe Burrow is healthy enough to play? Do you soft bench Burrow because the offense is flowing well with Flacco? What do you do there?
You tell the old guy to kick rocks. That's the problem with America. These old people never know when to, step away, right? They never know when to let the next generation have their turn.
Wow. Ageism, not condoned here in Wen's World. Definitely not the views of our parent company, Hypermega Global Omni Hypnocore, or its subsidiaries. I'm going to take the Bengals. I would love to see the Jets win this game, but it's not happening. Not on the road. 0-8. 0-8 beginning here for those poor Jets fans. On to the next 1 o'clock game. The 5-2 49ers taking on the 2-4 Texans. You're just chomping at the bit for this game. You just can't. You're just salivating. It's like,
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Easy game for the Niners. Mac Jones going to roll out there again. I look for George Kittle to be involved this week. First game back last week against the Falcons. Did a lot of blocking. Fantasy-wise, I don't know if he had any points last week in fantasy, George Kittle. But I think they're going to involve George Kittle a lot this week. I like him. I like them. Take care of business against the Texans and keep rolling on. It's really amazing if you sit back and think about it. Maybe the most impressive effort by any team we've seen in the last decade of what the San Francisco 49ers are doing this year. So, all these injuries, Kyle Shanahan, Robert Saleh, the coaching job they're doing, and they're still in the mix. One of the best teams in football. And they're getting healthier. They're getting better. It's working out perfectly. Brock Purdy is going to be ready for the playoffs with a fresh arm. And if he gets hurt, we put in Mac Jones and we don't miss a beat. We'll be fine.
I was looking at head-to-head stats, Griff, and they're pretty comparable. Mac Jones has played a few more games over his career, but completion percentage within 1 point. Rushing touchdowns, Purdy owns him. But yards per rush, within a yard, there's nothing on the stat sheets that say, drop off. Much to kind of like the Eagles. If they were to go to Tanner McKee and actually run a NFL offense, you would see a team that would score 40 or more points. And you'd see a receiver not cryptic tweeting, he's using me, not using me. and your enemies come from behind with a knife and what is going on? We'll talk about AJ when we get to that game. Yeah, the Niners are winning this game. You said earlier, don't overthink it. Don't overthink. This is definitely one you don't even need to think about. Just blurt out Niners, and you're a winner for this one. I'll take the Niners as well on the road. The 2-5 Browns. Browns getting a huge win last week. Scored 30 points. That was their coming out party. Hey. But this week they're headed to New England and they're playing the Patriots at 5-2. And boy, oh boy, Drake May is the truth with a capital T.
The resurgent Patriots. I mean, it just shows how much coaching matters, right? Yeah, we saw it last week when the Patriots took on the Titans. The Titans ran Vrabel out of town, and he was just chomping at that game, and he showed them who, the mistake that they made. I like the Patriots in this game. They're gonna be a playoff team. Look at the Patriots. I mean, they're a solid little football team, and look out for them. They're not gonna win the Super Bowl this year, but next year, the year after, I mean, here we are again. The Patriots right back in the mix, right?
Yeah, I think the reason the Browns won last week is because they were at home. Yeah, they don't do this kind of stuff on the road. They may keep it close for a while, but when the whistle blows and the game is over and the fat lady sings, the Patriots shall prevail. On to this next game, and I'm a house divided, Griff. And on a number of levels, the 2-5 Giants, who absolutely sodomized the Philadelphia Eagles. And no first date either. It was just like prison style. And now they go into Philly, and I'm worried. I know we saw Philly, one of the best games of Jalen Hurts' career, but that was like a game that he has because he had to. And I just feel like this is what's going to happen. He'll go regress right back to being the Jalen Hurts who panics and throws it over his receivers. And it's all about matchups. They had a favorable matchup last week. And you got smoked by 17 points. I even think some of the late points the Eagles had were garbage time. It didn't matter. As a fan, as a very objective, unpaid NFL analyst here, I'm just going to say it. The Eagles are going to lose this game.
Wow.
They're going to get swept by the New York Giants. And don't say I didn't warn you. And I'm preparing my heart and head for this because the tape doesn't look good. The Giants should have won last week. They had a 19-point fourth quarter lead against Denver and squandered it. Do you actually think they're going to let that happen again? No. They're going to come out firing. Jackson Dart might throw for 300. Scadaboo's probably going to run for 150. Our defense is going to get torn apart. And also, here's the plus side of losing. If I'm wrong, which I have every time I predicted against Philadelphia, they've won. So maybe, just maybe, the stars are aligned here, Griff. And if I pick against them, they'll win. So either way, I'm a winner. Either predicting.
Either way, yeah. Either way, you win. Yeah, you're setting yourself up mentally. Very good. Yeah, I like the Giants in this game too. I like Jackson Dart and Scadaboo. I think Scadaboo is going to be one of those guys like Jeremy Lin or something like that. Like, this is a flash in the pan. Like, we're going to look back and like, hey, remember that guy? Whatever happened to him? He had like that one great year, just came out of nowhere, but he's going to get concussed and
he already has the Twitch thing going on. Do you see him on the sideline? He's like,
yeah, he's not all there. But I'm going to ride it while it's hot, baby, and I like the Giants this week.
Yeah, for sure. On to the next, the 5-2, the beginning of our 4:00 games, the 5-2 Bucks taking on the Saints. This is a no-brainer. Even though the Saints are at home, they're a garbage pail, kid. And the Bucks are hot. They didn't get the win last week, but they were playing Detroit, so whatever. No big deal. I'll take the Bucks on the road. What about you?
Yeah, I like the Bucks as well. I think they're top of the class in the NFC, along with the Niners and the Lions. And I think they'll get back on track this week.
The Cowboys, who, by the way, where's this Dak Prescott guy? Reminds me of the Dak Prescott from the days of yore. He's coming back. He's
MVP.
Red hot. No turnovers. He's not turning the ball over, and they're winning, and they're finding way. And the post-game interview with him and CD, and then Pickens comes up behind, it actually seems, this is crazy, like a quarterback and wide receiver group that, get ready for this, get along and understand what's important. And this is what's missing in Philadelphia. This is exactly the reason for all of the confusion and, oh, I didn't mean it like this, but you did. The fans are upset. We're all trying to believe the best, but stop believing the best when it's obviously not true. I'm just going to say that. I don't mean to be Negadelphia. We're moving on. I'm trying to at least. But this game, 3-1 Cowboys, right nipping at the Eagles' heels. And of course, the Giants, they win this game to 3-5, which is a couple games behind. But anything could happen. But about this Cowboys Broncos game, Broncos getting a big win coming from behind, beating the Giants last week. It's the Giants, it's the Broncos, but this week it's the Cowboys and the Broncos. What do you think?
I think I like the Cowboys in this game. Man, I think everybody was wrong about Brian Schottenheimer. So it seems so far, right? I mean, we all thought, what a mess. But I mean, the offense is playing good, and like you said, I think a lot of that can be, thanks to Dak. He's just having a career year, it seems. And there's rumors that maybe they'll trade for like a Max Crosby or something like that. I mean, it makes you wonder why they traded Parsons in the first place, but whatever. Maybe Jerry Jones knows what he's doing. Maybe he's not a crazy old man like we all think. Maybe Schottenheimer was the right man for the job. And so I'm picking the Cowboys this week. The Broncos just can't seem to put a full game together. They start off looking really bad, and maybe they'll get going in the second half, or sometimes not even to the fourth quarter. Bo Nix just hasn't looked as good as he did last year. Maybe he's plateaued. The progression hasn't continued. So I'll take the Cowboys.
Wow, tepid take on Bo Nix here. Already giving up on Bo. Bo knows what he's doing. But Dallas looks really good right now. And until they prove otherwise, as much as I loathe saying the Cowboys are going to win, Cowboys are going to win. They're going to beat the Broncos. It's going to be a close game. 425, our last 425 till Sunday night, baby. The Titans, 1-6, going against a reciprocal record. Same division, AFC South, Indianapolis Colts. And the Colts just keep winning, man. They keep finding ways to win, and they beat up on the Chargers last week. So is this, but again, when it seems impossible, there's parity. And is this one of those trap games that you could like to say? It's a trap game. There's no way they can come in here and beat us. Let's go out for drinks Saturday night. What's up? You know?
I think the Colts could go out for drinks and still show up and take care of the Titans. I think the Titans, there's some experts online saying the Titans, this Titans team might be one of the worst football teams they've ever seen, period. I mean, there's a chance that, some of those great Alabama teams or Georgia teams from the past few years could maybe beat this Titans team. They are not good. They are a dumpster fire. It starts at the top with the ownership, just like the Jets. There's no way they're winning this game. The Colts are going to roll. I mean, the Colts pretty much have a playoff spot locked up at this point, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they're looking really good. First place, AFC South. I think this game's going to be a lot closer than you think.
Oh, come on.
I'm not saying... I'm taking the...
I take the Colts and the points. Give me more points. Give me 2 touchdowns.
Wow. Okay. I don't know what that win is, but... All right, 17, 18.
The line's what? The line's probably 7.5, 8.5, something like that.
Yeah, so you're taking 20 by 20.
Sure, why not?
Well, if you have money, put it down. The 401c3 Radio Griff College plan for you and yours. Sunday night, 4-1-1. That I hate this and one. I hate saying it's wasting syllables. At the Steelers, they got beat last week, and I feel like Aaron Rodgers is ticked off. And he might be out of mushrooms too. That's probably the explanation for the loss. And I'm not sure what to think about this one, Griff. I like the Packers on the road.
You know what? I think I'm going with the Steelers in this game. I think Aaron Rodgers, he wants to stick it to them. And, he usually lives up to the... I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Aaron Rodgers is going to win this game. The Steelers are going to win.
All right. And there was one. The 3-4 commies without Jaden Daniels. That's a problem.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs are back on track. And you called it. You were here last week to do your victory lap. And I gave you accolades on the show. And I said, oh my gosh, I hate the Steelers Thunder. But Griff called this. Will the NFL allow the Chiefs to fall to 2-4 at the time they were? No. The answer is no. And They won that game, and now they're back to above 500, and their Chiefs are chiefing. And how could you? I hate this. I hate this.
I mean, how many more years can this go on for? I mean, when are they all going to retire? When is enough enough?
Never. Andy Reid's eternal. I don't know. He's never aged. He's so fat, but he never gets older. I don't understand it.
It's amazing. You know, the Chiefs are going to win this game as well. I mean, they're right back in it. They're going to roll. So, I mean, so you look at that division that we thought was going to be competitive. You know, the Chargers are decimated with injuries. The Raiders are a mess. And the Broncos kind of can't figure out who they are. So here are the Chiefs again, doing fine and in the playoffs once again already.
It drives me mad. Of course, you're probably thinking, that's all the games? Well, yes, because Arizona, Detroit, Jacksonville, Las Vegas, and Los Angeles Rams. Got to be specific, you know, because we have multiple teams out of that city. And the Seahawks, who got a win last week, are all off this week. We never take a week off. Ever. Ever. Even if we text the host of the show and let them know what it is. Radio Griff, I appreciate you, sir. You are a scholar, a gentleman, and a gobbler.
God bless.